Friends, everybody. I'm Nerd.
And I'm Mom.
So we just spent the last few days binging Season 1 of Game of Thrones. Yes. You had predictions that we just saw earlier this video, I'm guessing?
Yes.
So we're gonna see what was wrong and what was not wrong, and what you think now. So what'd you think of Season 1?
It took me a couple of episodes to kind of get into it. Because the first episode, it was still kind of hard to get into it. But after a couple episodes, I was really kind of like, okay, I got to see what's going to be happening.
Yep.
They cliffhanger it really well at the end of the episodes. So I'm glad to have it on Prime to be binging and not have to wait like everyone who was watching it at the time.
Yes.
I don't like the amount of animals that they kill in this. It makes me very sad.
You know, I never realized how much they kill animals in the show until you started noting every time it died.
I was not happy. I was upset. Every time I was like, couldn't you kill this person instead? That makes me sound like a horrible person.
You know.
If they would kill, a Lannister instead of an animal, then they would totally not have any issues right now.
This is true. If only it was that easy to kill a Lannister.
I found out I was wrong. The family's name is not Snow, it's Stark.
Yep.
However, right now, I think one of my favorite people in the show is the Khaleesi. I always forget her name, though. Daenerys Targaryen.
Yes.
I
so good.
like her. When we met her, I said, I'm waiting for her to have like her whole face change and to become the final girl who's gonna like behead a person.
Yep.
Basically. And she didn't really behead somebody, but she did allow her brother to get the golden crown.
A crown for a king. Khaleesi?
Here is no dragon. Fire cannot kill a dragon.
She set a lady on fire, so... And she smothered her husband.
Hey, that one was a mercy killing.
Yeah, just think if she could do that to someone she loved, then imagine what she's going to do to all her future enemies. That's what I think. But she's one of my absolute favorite people.
Yep.
And Tyrion Lannister is one of my favorite people.
I think those are two of the three of people's favorites in the show.
All the other Lannisters I don't like. The moment I saw Joffrey Lannister, I said somebody needs to smack that child around. He's a horrible person.
We allow the Northerners too much power. They consider themselves our equals.
How would you handle them?
I double their taxes and command them to supply 10,000 men to the Royal Army.
The Royal Army?
Why should every lord command his own men? It's primitive. No better than the hill tribes. We should have a standing army of men loyal to the crown, trained by experienced soldiers instead of a mob of peasants who've never held pikes in their lives.
And if the Northerners rebel?
I'd crush them. Seize Winterfell and install someone loyal to the realm as Warden of the North. Uncle Kevin, maybe.
And these 10,000 Northern troops, would they fight for you or their lord?
For me, I'm their king.
But you've just invaded their homeland, asked them to kill their brothers.
I'm not asking.
I have always said this, and I always will say this. He is the ancestor to Draco Malfoy.
He is a horror. Like, you just see it. Like, the moment they showed his face, I was like, oh, God, somebody slap him. So when Tyrion slapped him around for a minute, I was like cheerleading for Tyrion. Like, woohoo!
That's me. Oh, I can't stand the wailing of women.
One word, and I hit you again.
I'm telling Mother.
Sorry you are. That you are at their service and that all your prayers are with them. Do you understand?
You can't.
Do you understand?
The Prince will remember that, little lord.
Hope so. If he forgets, be a good dog and remind him.
That's when he became a fan, right?
Probably.
Then Arya smacked him around a bit.
Yeah. And Khaleesi's brother, the dragon. The moment I saw him, I was like, someone needs to punch that dude square in the face.
Well,
Throw him off the wall. He got his golden crown
He got
in
his
the
golden
end.
crown.
That dude was horrible.
Yep. Here's a spoiler alert for you. We've met all the good people in this show. There's maybe one other good person to show up in the other 7 seasons of
all
this.
the Lannisters are horrible. Jaime Lannister needs to be kicked. And his sister, the Queen Lannister, she always looking disgusted or like she smells something bad in the elevator. Like,
Yep.
And I'm like, why is she looking like that? The Starks, I think, are great.
Yes.
They're a good family. They love each other very much. I think Jon Snow is got to be the kindest person in the family, from what I can see so far. He could change, I don't know, but so far,
Also the strongest.
I think he possibly could be the strongest.
Yeah.
He definitely surpassed his father, from what I could see. Well, I told you I did not like the fight scene, even when his dad was fighting Jaime, because his dad just looked like a weakling, and you were like, well, actually, he used to be really good. And I'm like, not from what I could tell.
I mean, all the stories they talk about him going into battle alongside Robert.
Robert was a bastard.
Yep.
But I could see that there was like a kind man in there somewhere. He was still a bastard though.
Yep.
Who didn't really, I think he didn't really want to be king ever. He was just kind of thrusted into it so that the Lannisters wouldn't rule the kingdoms.
Pretty much, because, now you understand. That would have been horrible.
It's already horrible now that there's King Joffrey.
Yeah, and we had a whole 3 episodes of that.
Yeah, I already don't. I didn't like him already.
Bad.
I was like, when is it too late to Yeetus the fetus?
It's never too late.
I was really hoping Sister Stark would just throw him right off that bridge.
Yep.
Like, too bad for the Hound showing up.
Yep.
And I hope I didn't offend any of you with the Yeetus the fetus. It was just that kid. That kid is horrible. So
Yep.
I'm guessing he's doing his job as an actor to
Yep.
make you just hate him so much.
Alright, so then Littlefinger and the spider.
I thought I liked Littlefinger. And then now I don't like Littlefinger.
He's one of the most intriguing characters.
The spider, I don't think I trusted him right away.
I don't think I've ever trusted
I think
him.
when he walked in and he was like, I don't know whose dagger this is, I was like, you lying son of a gun. I just don't believe you. Like,
Yeah.
I felt something was wrong with him. And then as you can see, he's becoming more and more evil or on the wrong side. And I'm like, see, I knew there was a reason not to like this guy. But I had a little bit of hope for Littlefinger, and that was stripped away from me. When he went ahead and was like, don't trust, I told you not to trust me, Ned Stark. And I was like, oh, you dirty little son of a gun.
he will continue to do this too. Go back and forth with you.
I don't like that.
He'll be, yes. He might be the one man that changes sides more often than the Big Show.
That's a lot.
You know?
The Big Show could turn face and heel about 17 times in 5 minutes.
Yep. Yep. Littlefinger does what's best for Littlefinger, though.
He does. Well, the Spider as well. He has no loyalties.
No.
He acts like he's being loyal to the Queen, but really he's loyal to himself and whatever is going to get him somewhere.
Yep.
So if he had felt like Ned Stark was going to get him somewhere, he would have sold that Queen down the river like that.
Yep.
It's just, ugh. And Littlefinger, he tried to tell Ned Stark, look, if you're going to be paying the proper men the proper things, that's who they're going to go for. And, you know, Ned was trying to be honorable and do the right thing.
Yeah. Well, now we see where that got him.
I know, I was trying to decide which beheading was more shocking, the horse or Ned Stark.
Not even the first guy to kick it all off. Yeah.
The horse got me. I almost cried when he beheaded that horse for no reason.
Yep. God, there's so many shocking moments that are gonna come that I'm so excited for you to see.
Oh my lord.
Yup.
So, you know, all in all, I think it's been a good show. I think if I had been watching it back in the day, though, I probably would not have made it past the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have chimed in just episode 2 just long enough to see if he lived?
I don't know. I was like, I don't know. But I know that by the time Lady Stark took Tyrion captive, when they had him in that little room, and I was like, oh no, he's gonna fall out the window and all that. I was like, I gotta know if he's gonna live or not.
Yep.
So I have to keep going. So there was like Tyrion Stark who really kept me going. Not Tyrion Stark, Tyrion Lannister who really kept me
Yep.
intrigued.
Yes. And from this point on, well, as you have seen in the last couple episodes, all hell is now broke loose.
Yes.
So that's going to be fun. And we've already kind of started to see this, but we're about to get about 500 storylines at once.
Well, I know it keeps going. I have to keep trying to remember where we are.
Yep.
Like
it doesn't get any better.
Arya Stark is one area. What's her name? The other sister Stark is in another place. And you've got Mommy Stark and Robb Stark in another place, and you've got Jon Snow who's riding in to meet Robb, but I don't even know if that's gonna happen because who knows what's gonna happen along the way. You've got dead people who rise up. You've got crippled Stark being carried around by the crazy wild woman lady.
And Hodor.
And the naked giant.
Hodor!
There was lots of naked men, too.
There was about 3 naked men in season 1. I don't remember that many. I think they kind of slow down on the men until, like, 5, when there's just one real clear shot of one. And it's yeah.
But all in all, I am now excited to see season 2 and see what's going to happen. I am really super excited for Khaleesi. Especially seeing what I had been saying from the beginning was true.
Yep.
Because when she got those 3 eggs, I said I want her to hatch those eggs so bad and become like the Queen of the Dragons.
Yes.
And then when it ends with her hatching those eggs and becoming the Dragon Queen, or as you put it, the Dragon Mom.
The Mother of Dragons. That's what she will be referred to the rest of the show.
I was like, yay! Because I called that and I wanted that, and see,
Yep.
that's why she's one of my favorite. She's my final girl.
She is.
She's someone I want to predict will last throughout most of the show.
I will say
I think she's tough. She's tougher than she was at the beginning.
she definitely is.
When she was getting fondled by her weird brother.
Yeah. I will say, and this isn't related to it, well, it's related to what you just said based on your predictions of who's going to live. Don't make those predictions.
I know
Don't
you
make any
already told me
predictions.
don't get too attached to anyone.
Don't get attached to anyone. There is no main character from this point on.
I imagine still that I can choose somebody. They don't have to be a main character in
Okay.
order to
Okay, I should say.
disappear for a while and then show up seasons
Yeah.
later.
I will say, last question: who should win the Game of Thrones, and who should sit upon the Iron Throne?
Who should be the king?
Yes. Who should sit upon the Iron Throne at the end? Season 8, last episode. Who's the last one laughing?
Well, as of right now, I really think Khaleesi would make a really good ruler over everyone because she's very strong.
But do you think she would be able to play the game well enough?
I think look how much she's already learned.
Yeah.
She learns very quickly.
Yeah.
She's very strong, and she's the only difficulty she's going to have is being a woman.
Which is also a strength in some situations, as many of the characters have shown in season 1.
It is a strength, so I would love to see her rule. I also think it would be hilarious if
Tyrion.
Tyrion Lannister, because then he just gets to like spit in the face of his
Everyone.
doubting family,
Everyone.
who basically has, you know, I mean, the look on his face when his dad was like, well, because you're my son, and he's like, wow, I've waited for that forever, and then it was like, I don't know if I want that, actually. Because it's like he's been waiting for it, but now he doesn't even know if he wants that anymore. So it's like he just needs, hi, Bri. It's like he needs something, you know, to just be able to go, ha ha ha, like that moment. And I don't know if being the last one on the throne is that ha ha moment for him. But I mean, it would be a really good one for him.
It would be a great one.
I mean, I also thought Ned Stark would have made a great king, but that's not going to happen.
I mean, the dead have been rising.
I mean, we did see that guy get back up.
You know.
But Ned Stark has no head and it's on a pike, so that might be...
He'll rule. His body will walk around doing the stuff while he does all the talking from the pike, okay?
But at this point, it's hard to say because, you know, just as someone who's heard about it, you want to say the name that you know, like Jon Snow, because you know the name.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say because just because I know the name doesn't mean he's the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
I see that he's very strong. I see that he's kind. I think he would be fair. But do I think he could do it? I don't know yet.
Well, we will find out.
In like 7 more seasons?
In 7 more seasons.
Except for you didn't even watch the end.
No, but I do know how, like, I didn't watch them, but I kind of kept up on the upbeats of it.
Yeah.
So I kind of know, I know bits. I believe I know who wins.
But when it gets down to it, then it's going to be a reaction for both of us.
Yes.
So that could be interesting.
Yes.
So that's season 1.
Yes.
I'm kind of excited for season 2 now. Except for we've taken up the TV like all weekend with Game of Thrones, so I don't know if we're going to get to start it this weekend or not. Maybe if we wake up real early tomorrow.
Maybe. Yep.
And watch some before your dad gets up.
And then it'll be a Saturday thing for us, right?
I think that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
Yep.
So I guess the next review will be for season 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
in a few weeks.
Yeah. Here we go. It's gonna be a wild, crazy roller coaster ride, I think.
Yes. Yep.
Alright guys, we'll leave your comments below what you think of Game of Thrones, and if there's anything that you think I should be looking out for, or if there's anything specific that you would like me to review on, any specific scenes or characters, because I would be happy to do that. I'd be happy to go back from what I've seen already and review scenes or characters.
Yep.
I think that would be
And
fun.
as always for this series, though, no spoilers. Again, she has not seen anything except one scene in French before this. So,
I can't wait for that. I don't even know what season that is, but I can't wait for it to come up so I can be like, there it is!
I know exactly what scene you're talking about, too.
I'm excited for that.
Yep. So yes, please, no spoilers. Do leave, if you're gonna ask her to do any scenes, upcoming scenes, or look out for anything, be cryptic. Like, you could say, look forward for the red wedding and the purple wedding.
Yep. And then I can
Yep.
do specific reviews on people and scenes past, or if you are cryptic enough in the future, you can say a name of somebody who you know is coming, because that won't, you know, if you say Sir Iron Claw is coming, the Iron Fist is in this.
The Iron Fist is in this. He plays a knight, I believe, of some sort.
So just leave that in the comments below, but yes, please do not spoil it, and we'll do another review here soon.
Yep.
Alright guys, thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to talking with you guys again about this. Bye!
Bye.